This is D, and let's stress for life. That's what's up. What type of world are we living in? Well, we're living in a world where you can't say anything in certain circles. And sadly, the media seems to be promoting that. In that you have various news agencies, not all news outlets, and not all media um, that seem to be uh, basically lambasting individuals who have thoughts that seem to be outside of the mainstream and it seems in this brother's opinion that they seem to be trying to shape a narrative. There was this European American brother who was kicked off of a campus, I think, because he was passing out pieces of paper that said it's okay to be white. Is it okay to be white? Yeah, it's okay to be white. You know, and I mean, I think that well, he got let's just say he got in trouble for that. Um, he was harassed because of that. I think he was kicked out of the school. I think he was kicked out of the school for that. And if it wasn't for that, it was because of what he had on his Tinder profile. He had things like he didn't want a female who wore a lot of makeup. He wanted to be stronger than her, or he wanted his muscles to be bigger than hers. I don't know how big his were, um, but yeah, he didn't want her to be as strong as him. Um, he didn't want her to be into sports so much, and he didn't want her to have ever dated a black guy or something like that. I mean, sure, it shows his inadequacies, or his low self concept, but at the same time, those were his opinions. And then you had Janoris Jenkins, who was kicked off of a football team because he said a word that one of the presidents had said. I mean, are we really getting there? Are we really getting to that point? We're getting that petty, and we wonder why people are so stressed in society. We wonder why the suicide rates are so high. People are stressed, people are confused as to what to say, as to what to do. But I'm going to share three things that I really want you to ask yourself before you launch out and say anything. Number one, if it ain't hurting nobody, what's wrong with you holding that thought? If it ain't hurting nobody, what's wrong with you holding that belief? Hmm. My personal thought? Nothing. I mean, if your thought were an action, who would it hurt? Then what's wrong with holding that thought? All right? But you really have to weigh it out. I mean, just weigh out the whole thing. And I mean, if it's a thought that really is destructive, then you probably need to challenge your thought processes. All right, but number two, do you really have to share your opinions with everyone? You know, just think of yourself as being so wise, so insightful that maybe many people can't handle your thoughts. They can't handle your truth. There you go. But anyway, they really can't handle it, you know. And then again, you know what? Maybe your thought is just completely outlandish. So maybe you don't need to share it. What did Abraham Lincoln say? It's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Yeah, anyway. And the third one, the third question that you really need to ask yourself, is this your hill? And what I mean when I ask, is this your hill? Is this the hill that you're going to die on? Is this opinion something that you're going to put out there to the world. I mean, to be crucified for. I mean, plain and simple, it's like in this day and age, it's like you can say almost anything. It's just like the Bible says. It's like in this day and time, many will be offended. It is incredible. But hey, if you're willing to die on that hill, then you're going to put your opinion out there. But if you're not willing to die on it, if you're not willing to stand by it, maybe you ought to just shut it up. In doing that, that could very well decrease your stress level. That's all we got. This is D, and Less Stress for Life. That's what's up. Peace.